Hello, very good morning, and welcome to the Morning Focus on Mega TV, the authoritative start to your day. I'm El Samuels, and
I am Bernard Agbemo Eduji.
thank you for joining us as we bring you a blend of information, insight, and engaging conversation to set the tone for your day. Coming up this morning, we begin with our daily scripture focus and inspiring African proverbs. Then, on the front burner, we ask, are side hustles in Ghana a survival strategy or a smart financial move? We'll also bring you the major newspaper headlines and making waves across the country. Then later on our national policy focus, we dive into key environmental and social issues shaping Ghana today. So stay with us. I want to say thank you. We also live across our social media handles on MBN 360. Now let's begin with our daily scripture focus. And the word is from book of Proverbs 16, verse 3. And I read, commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. Proverbs 16, verse 3. I remember the scripture focus is brought to you in association with the Maranatha Power Ministry International, located behind the Lekma Polyclinic, Nungwa, Adogona. The International Ministers Conference, the International Ministers Forum, the African Conference is starting today, the 15th day of April through to the 18th day of April. It's free, but if you want to be a member of the International Ministers Forum, then you need to register. When you get it today, ask for the registration desk with a cool $100. That's a city equivalent of $100. Only. Yeah. Only. So that you get yourself registered and be part of the movement of the International Ministers Conference. It's starting today, this evening, is a day. So be part of it. So now let's go back to our team verse for the morning. Proverbs 16, verse 3. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. Wow. Commit your work to the Lord.
Yeah.
Have you committed your work to the
Lord? I have committed my work to the Lord. Yes, I've committed. Other versions say commit whatever you do to the Lord, and He will establish your plans. So you must have a plan. Yeah, you must have a plan.
If you don't have a plan, how do you commit a plan?
The plan to God.
That is why God said, write the vision.
And make it plain on the table.
On the table, so that whoever sees it and reads it
will run with it, work with it, will use it, will apply it.
Understand? So if you don't have a plan, is where there are no vision, what will happen? There's always a failure.
Yeah.
So you should have a plan. And the plan should be a workable, not an ambitious plan. No, it's not workable. You need to. And it's very important here. A workable plan, a workable vision, and a mission, and the purpose for which we are all on this planet Earth will be established if only we work our way out with the Lord. Yeah. So what do you make of the scripture for this morning?
Very, very important scripture. We should commit whatever we do to God, and He will establish our plans, right? Yeah. So don't just see it as it is you doing your work. No, there is the supernatural aspect of everything we do. So commit it to God, right? And I always say Peter, an experienced fisherman who fished all night, caught nothing. But when he listened to God, listened to Jesus when He said that launch out into the deep, and he did. He got a great catch. Sure. So let's commit whatever we do. It's a secular job. It doesn't matter. It is ministry. Absolutely important. Commit it to God, and He will establish your plan. Plans are very important. It's the reason you go to so many organizations, and their vision statements and their missions, core values are clearly written so that everybody can see. That is a direction, like Mr. L quoted the scripture. write the vision and make it plain, right? So that whoever is involved can run with the vision. So have a plan, commit it to God, and He will establish those plans.
Write a plan, commit it to God, and God would establish those plans. Because plans are very important because they give direction. Not just direction, control. Not just control, purpose.
Purpose.
Whatever you want to achieve.
Direction.
So whether in life, business, or even on our TV show, Morning Focus, we have a plan.
We have a plan.
Without a plan, we are just moving and you don't know where you are going.
You don't know the direction.
You should have a plan. And whatever leads you determine your destination.
Yeah.
So what is leading you? That is a big question then. Whatever leads you determine your destination. So what is leading you?
What is leading
Well, a plan answers, what am I doing?
What am I doing?
A plan answers, why am I doing it?
Why am I doing it?
A plan answers, where am I going?
Where am I going?
So these are what plans does. And you know, plans help you to stay focused. Plans prevent distractions.
Prevent.
Instead of doing everything, you focus on what matters most.
Yeah.
You focus on what gives results. That is what plans does. The 13 plans saves time and energy. I love the scripture.
Yeah.
Because plans saves time and energy. When you plan, you avoid confusion.
You avoid confusion. You avoid procrastination.
Yeah. When you plan, you reduce mistakes.
You reduce mistakes.
When you plan, you work faster.
Yeah.
So know what should I do next.
Yeah.
That is thinking. That is what a plan gives you. What should I do?
What should I do next?
You know, plans helps you to make better decisions. With a plan, you can measure progress.
Yeah.
You can adjust when things go wrong. That is if you have a plan. You choose wisely because you have a plan.
Wisely.
Because you have a plan. And what plans also does is that plans prepares you for challenges. A good plan helps you think ahead. What could go wrong? What is my backup?
What is my backup?
You are not surprised. You are ready. That is what it means. That is what a plan does for you. Your plan increases your chances of success. Because people who plan are more organized.
Are more organized. Yeah.
And they are more confident.
Yeah.
And they are and they achieve goals
It's like,
faster.
please, you are going too fast. On behalf of my, can you take that one again? People who plan,
And the people who
they are more organized.
when you plan, you are more organized. The next thing you do is that when you plan, you are more confident.
More confident.
And when you plan, you achieve goals faster.
Achieve goals faster.
Now, let me give you some real life examples.
Okay.
Without a plan, our show will be disorganized.
Yeah.
We forget our key points. We lose audience attention. With a plan, there's always a smooth transition.
Smooth transition.
We know when we are moving. We know when to end.
We know when to pick
We
phone
know when to
calls.
pick phone.
We know when to cut
We
if you are
know when
talking
to
plenty.
cut in if you are talking plenty. You know, with strong topics, because sometimes you don't have to sleep, you have to think through it.
Yeah.
You have to do something different from what others are doing. It gives us professional delivery. Now, let me nail the final truth. Failing to plan is planning to fail.
Planning to fail.
That is the final knockout I'll give you this morning. I mean, failing to plan is planning to
Planning
fail.
to fail.
Plans don't guarantee success. Plans, they don't guarantee success. But not planning almost guarantees.
Guarantees failure. That is the thing.
I hope we're making your morning today. If you're not doing it, then you better look up. That is why the Bible said, commit your work to the
work
Lord,
to the Lord.
and your plans will be established. And we've been able to take time to break it down into steps at what plans you need to have. You see, a reminder for all of us this morning to stay committed.
Yeah.
Stay focused.
Focus.
And trust the process as we go about our daily activities.
Yeah.
Do I need to say that again?
You can take it again.
I said the scripture is reminding us, all of us, including myself, because I keep learning every day. I keep staying late in the night to burn the candle still. I keep telling myself, the only time I don't wake up is when I transit.
Yeah.
And I'll not transit.
That's not happening soon.
Not soon. So I have to keep learning. I have to still burn the candles. So a reminder for all of us this morning to stay committed, focused, and trust the process as we go about our daily activities. I hope we're making your day already. I tell you, this is the morning focus. You need to start your day right with us. You can also react to the scriptures on 0537158638. Today we look at plan and what it means to have plan. It's important to have a plan so you can journey with that plan.
Yeah.
It keeps you in check.
Keeps you in check.
Yeah, it keeps you in check. And then you can also check out what you're doing right and what you're not doing right. Yesterday I had a phone call with someone complaining right after our show.
Okay.
Complaining about if he does this, people say he's done that. When he do this, that's so okay. Everybody's complaining, right? He says that is what it seems. I said, no. Do you see yourself as a reason for them to complain? He said he doesn't know. And I said, okay, sit down. Analyze yourself. Take stock of your life. Ask yourself question. What am I not doing right? What am I doing right? Because there are two phases of life.
Yeah.
You might be doing the right thing, but you get people who want to stop the things you're doing.
Yeah.
You might be doing a wrong thing that people are not happy about and they are talking about it. So what you need to do is to sit down and take stock of your life and check, where am I getting it wrong? And you make amends.
Yeah.
Very simplicity. I remember growing up, I lived with an uncle. He was then Papa Duncan's prayer warrior leader.
Okay.
So you can just imagine such a person.
He
prays like a machine for hours. And then you go and pray with this man. Maybe you do 2, 3, 4 hours. Then you tell you don't know how to pray. And if you don't take time, he will just disorganize you.
Yeah.
And he keep doing it to me. But you see, anytime I go back home, I sit back and ask myself, what am I not doing right? Or maybe I'm not doing something right. So God help me to do something. Then it's if I do 3 hours and he complains, now I go extra 4 hours. I keep doing this, he will keep complaining. Now I increase to 6. He'll keep complaining. I go to 7. He keep complaining. Then one day, at a meeting, I was to lead. And then when he came, he wants to join, but he realized the frequency at which this boy is. After the meeting, then he called my cousin. Then he said, do you know this guy is a potential? For the first time. Then my cousin said, but he's not the same person. He said, no. You push him, he goes extra mile to check and do it. I get home and I can see him praying. And you see, sometimes I see like the enemy, when he thinks that he's pushing you to the wall, and you start the fasting, and you started the prayer, and you started listening to the word, you start reading the word, you start having time with God. When the problem leaves you, those things stays with you.
Yeah.
It becomes a mark and a character of your life.
Yeah.
So when people are talking and they're saying, sit back. Don't make them enemy. Trust the process.
Yeah.
It's part of your making.
Yeah.
The chastisement of the Lord is not joyous.
Yeah.
He said it in his word.
It's not romantic.
It's not romantic. It's not coming. He's not going to judge you. He will give it to you as straight as it is.
Yeah, he says that the branches that bear fruit, he prunes them.
They
that
also
they will bear,
cry, so they can bear more fruits.
Yeah.
It's just like you trying to manure your gardens and make your flowers or your rose flowers to blossom. You cut some stems of the rose. The rose doesn't have a mouth to communicate to you, so you think it's just a rose. It doesn't have a feeling. It also feels pain.
It feels, yeah.
When you use the scissors to cut it, it feels pain, just like you. But because you don't see it, you see it's just a plant. That is how life is.
Yeah.
Some places need to be cut off. Certain times you go to certain meetings, you see, you look at the meeting and say you are being picked on. And that tells me I'm making progress. I need to do much more and expand. So I don't give it up. I don't get angry. I don't get worried, but I check it as okay, something is right, but needs to be tweaked. I don't get worried about that. You might think, oh, no. I don't get mad about those things. Those things are part of the process.
Yeah.
Life is a process.
It is.
It's a process. So follow the process. Don't make like, look, I met somebody say he behaves like he's holier than thou. And I say, you see, I just do life. When life comes after you, when life decides to treat you, you understand what it means.
Give it to you. Give it to you.
It will give it to you the nicest way. Now we're moving on. We're going straight away from the scripture. We believe that we've been a blessing to you this morning. The part of the International Ministers Forum is starting today at the Maranatha Power Ministry. Get registered. A cool $100 equivalent in cedis. If you have the $100 bill, just go give it. Be part of the membership so that whenever the conference is across the world, you also have the privilege to travel, privilege to be part of it. So get yourself 9 a.m., get to Maranatha Power Ministry behind the Lekma Polyclinic, Nungwa at Dogono. And that is a place to be. I want to say a very good morning to the Bishop of the House, Bishop Noble Francis Afoteodai, and the entire team at the ministry level, the missionaries, and all the nicest people who have come to Ghana through you. We say, welcome, Akwaba, Obake,
Miawezo.
The Dagbani will say, Imaraba. Welcome to a beautiful country like Ghana. Now, African Proverbs this morning says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Should I break it again? If you want to go fast, go alone. However, if you want to go far, go together. So it means that alone cannot take you far. You can go faster, but you can't go far.
That is it.
That is what life is all about. If you want to go fast, go alone.
Yeah.
But if you want to go far, go together.
Because
Bible said two are better than one.
Yeah. Yeah. If you are going alone, you can go far. But who will lift you up? Who will encourage you?
Who will encourage you?
Yeah.
Who will tell you, who will tell you,
yeah.
Who will tell you, pat you at the back, you are doing your best, but you can do much more.
Do better. Nobody will give you energy. Nobody will encourage you. Nobody will be there for you because you are going alone, right? It is again, it reinforces or echoes our sense of communal, society.
Yeah.
The relational people as we are, not the individualistic kind of thing where. So it's the reason why people enter into partnerships, right? People, let's do this together. Let's establish this company together. Different, talents, different skills, different abilities, different experiences.
Put them together. Make it work.
Yeah, make it
That is
work.
why sometimes I look at our universities. And you go to the university, you make friends. I remember when you make friends, everybody has his own capability. Everybody has his own ability.
Yeah.
Now, one person will have to be the unifier where can bring all those people together. And say, look, you have this knowledge, you have this, you have this. Some is good in writing, some is good in selling. Someone will be good when it comes to the approaching and then putting things together. Put them together, give them a guidance, and roll them to go. Trust me, it will work like magic. Because you see, there are things until you begin to discover what you have in your hand, you can't deal with your needs. We all have something in our hand that you do with ease. That is what God has given you, but we don't look at that. We leave it aside, trying to change something else. Now you go to the university to acquire a lot of know-hows. You see, so why did you go and seek the knowledge for? What are you doing? What are you doing with it? That is why today I want us to look at the side hustles. You see, just side hustles. Boom. So what the Proverbs is telling us, that if you want to go at the surface, it's about speed versus what? Sustainability. Speed versus what? Sustainability. The Proverbs carries real weight. It is simple, but it cuts deep. Let's unpack it in a way you can even use it. Now, for you this morning, let's unpack it. Because if you want to look at it from the surface, this is what it means. You know, you pick it very simple and say, okay, you say, okay, this is where the Proverbs is. You say, oh, a powerful reminder of the importance of unity, collaboration, and collective progress in our society. Now, this morning, we want to help you. We are here, not because of ourselves, but we are here because of you. Now, a deep meaning, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So at the surface, it's about speed and sustainability. Going alone gives you speed. When you go alone, it gives you what? Speed. Going together gives you strength, support, and longevity. Should I take it again?
Take it again.
You know, when you go alone, it gives you speed. That is why I did this narrative, speed versus sustainability. You can go on a speed, but you can't sustain it. That momentum would die off. But if you go together, going together gives you strength. It gives you support, and also it gives you longevity. Because life is not just about how quickly you start. It is about how far you can go without breaking down.
Yeah, without breaking down.
That is a key thing. How far you can go
without breaking down. Yeah.
That is life.
Yeah.
Sometimes people, I know my guys sometimes wonder, you leave late, you're the first that appears. And I said, because I don't do it alone. I do it with all of you. And I need to set an example to encourage you that you can also do it.
You can do it.
Together we can speed up together. Because speed is individual. Endurance is collective. It's one thing we are not getting. Endurance is collective, speed is individual.
It's individual.
When you move alone, decisions are quick. No need for compromise. Progress can be immediate, but you carry all the pressure. You burn out faster. You are limited by your own capacity when you go alone. So that's why we are always together.
Yeah.
We put things together. We share ideas together. Because togetherness multiplies strength.
Yeah.
That is what togetherness does. It multiplies
strength. Mr. L, Napoleon Hill, right, the author of Think and Grow Rich, right? He describes something called the mastermind.
The mastermind.
In chapter 10 of that book, Think and Grow Rich. And just to paraphrase what he said said that when a group of people come together, to align for a particular purpose, when they come together, all their minds, their intelligence creates a third force, which he describes as the mastermind, right? And he said he called it an intangible force.
Intangible force.
Then he said something. He said that so when that third force is created, right, out of all the intelligence, of the group, each member can now tap from that third force.
That's it.
I was intrigued. I think I underlined that.
Yeah, because the point is
the power of
that is the reason is this. Once you can all tap into, we've all put our ideas together. And there is something about the ideas that you may not know now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I can tap into it and add up to what I have to scale up.
To scale up, yeah.
And that is a key thing. That is what that is why I love to sit. Right? My little girl will tell you, we can sit and we want to like try to banter things out, to be able to find out exactly where we want to go as a family.
Yeah.
And that has given us some inch for ourselves.
Yeah.
We've been able to niche something for ourselves, that this is how we want to go, and this is how to achieve that.
Yeah.
It needs some discipline. It needs some sacrifices.
Yeah.
It is not just happening. It won't happen as a magic. You have to work at it. That is why even in salvation, God himself say, work it out by yourself.
By yourself.
Work out your own self with fear and trembling. Work it out. So it's a work. It is not just mouth say.
Yeah.
It is not just once say, forever say. You work to stay grounded. You need to work it out. And that is a key thing we're not looking in Christian now. So people go mess up thinking that, oh, it will happen like a magic. It doesn't happen. Whoever tell you is the road is smooth, or down.
No, sir, that's smooth like that.
No. Because togetherness, what we're saying this morning is that togetherness multiplies strength.
Yeah.
When you move with others, you share ideas. You support each other. You overcome bigger challenges.
Yeah.
What one person cannot do, a team can achieve. What one person, because the morning focus is a teamwork. We want to get somewhere. This is our plan. We are following it day by day. And there's one thing you should know, that life is a marathon, not a sprint. It's not a 100 meter. It's not 60-meter dash.
Yeah.
It's not an indoor game.
Yeah.
Life is a marathon. The Proverbs reminds us, success is not just a quick wins.
Yeah.
It is consistency over time.
Consistency over time.
That is what brings us.
Consistency over time. Yeah.
Going far means building relationships. Growing with people and staying grounded.
Yeah.
These are the three core things that will take you far. Building relationships, growing with people, and staying grounded. That is a key thing. That is why when it comes to our work, like today I'm using our work as a practical example. The media work. Alone, you can host, produce, push content fast together with Bernard and producers, reporter. We build a strong, lasting brand. If he's alone, he can push. But when we're together, we are pushing a brand. A great show is never a one-man job.
Yeah.
That is why you see that every day. Sometimes you see someone comes in. Yesterday, somebody was saying, oh, when you put brought that man in the midst of you, I love the way you are controlling, and you'll be there quietly, and then you push button, then they'll argue it out. And so that is how we build our brand. Yeah. We need to follow a process, but we are doing it gradually. It's not one-off. It will take time, but we will get there. There's one thing a true leader understands, because leadership insight is part of the process. It is about being the star It is about building a team that lasts. It is not about you being a star.
That is it.
It is about building a team that lasts. When we sit here, it's not about because we want to be. No, we want to build a team that will last.
A team that will last.
Nobody is saying, I'm the star. No, we don't do that here. Because that is leadership insight. When it comes to the Proverbs we just gave you. A true leader understands it is not about being the star. It is about building a team that lasts. Legacy is built with people, not alone.
Not alone.
That is why football teams, one player can't face the rest of them. It's a teamwork.
Yeah.
Well, this is where we need to bring a closure to this. In a world chasing quick success, this Proverbs reminds us that true impact is built over time.
Build over time.
With people, with patience, and with purpose. The 3 P's. People, patience, and purpose. Alone, you may arrive first. Together, you will go further, stronger, and last longer.
Yeah.
That is the truth. That's the final truth. If you're alone, you may arrive first. But if we together, we will go further, stronger, and also last longer. Do I have to say the bottom line is?
Then quote you reference.
The moment I go and say the bottom line is, I need to quote it with reference. And that is why I have to say a very good morning to the Chief Executive Officer. Good morning to you. And good morning to Madame Valerie Afatodai. Good morning. Now to our front burner discussion this morning. You know, in recent times, many Ghanaians, especially the youth, are taking on side hustle alongside their main jobs. From online businesses and ride-hailing to trading and freelancing, the hustle culture is growing rapidly. But the big question is, are these side hustles a sign of economic hardship and survival, or are they a smart and strategic way to build wealth and financial independence? This morning we explore the realities, the challenges, the opportunities surrounding side hustles in Ghana. And we want to hear from you. Are you hustling to survive or planning to strive? Somebody asked that, where do you always go and put all these questions from?
Planning to strive.
Are you planning to strive, or you are hustling to survive? And your question, 053-715-8638. The big question is this side hustles a sign of economic hardship and survival, or are they a smart and a strategic way to build wealth and financial independence? You want to try it before the callers come in.
So before the callers come. Yeah, so like I said the other day,
and I know topics of this nature. Do you know the person who loves it more? Ni Kwame.
Yeah. I mean,
he loves this dial because he always wants to do something from the ordinary.
Yeah. So yes, side hustle now is becoming like a normal thing for a lot of Ghanaian youth. Now I've stopped watching people's status because almost every status, check this out, some wig bine, some pabwabi, and some office wear and stuff, dinner wear, so everybody is selling something. Everybody is now trying to add, something to. People are driving after work. People have bought motorbikes. People have set up mobile money, shops, and then they've recruited other people to work. People are working on weekend. So apart from their main hustle on weekend, the people sell in their car. So they have something in their car, right? When they get to a particular point, Charlie, you go feel what lunch break, they move to the other offices. When you go to the ministries, it's very, very common, right? So once it is lunch break, they move to other offices in the same ministry.
I know somebody who comes around with some pie.
Yeah, and then they are selling. So yes, it is because people have realized that the one job, they feel sustained. It puts stress on you. It drains you, right? You will not be happy because Accra we day, Kumasi we day, Tamale, the economy is shit.
The Takra days.
The Takra days. So you are paying rent.
You can't survive.
You need to pay fees.
You can't survive.
In fact, even those of us in this space, Mr. Elenko, the media galam say some moderation somewhere, some MCing somewhere, something.
Enough.
So just to be able to raise extra weight to pay the fees, pay the bills, take care of yourself, go on a vacation, be somewhere, give yourself what you will not be able to give yourself on your only salary. So yes, that part is there. Then there are also those who are doing things out of interest.
Yeah.
So like the other day I said, this gentleman, he loves music, he loves art. But old boy says, Charlie, go and continue the family's legacy of doctor. So yes, I have a friend who said that. I mean, the entire family, everybody is a doctor. So yes, you to continue that part. But he also has interest in other things. In fact, we invited one of the medical practitioners we invited here. He's in law school. That's a doctor. He loves legal matters. So I asked him, do you think you should have been a lawyer? He said, no. I am enjoying what I am doing, but I'm also trying to pursue this interest. So people are doing it out of interest, not just out of, because that doctor, he doesn't, a young man, not married, no children, so he's okay. He can say he's okay, he's doing well. But out of interest, he's pursuing other things. So there are those who are also doing side gigs just out of interest. There are people who love to drive. They are not driving because a comdino, but they just love to drive. So they are trying to monetize that interest. They want to go places, explore what's happening in town. I have a cousin, he also wants to know what's happening in town. Until the boats are coming, and I do not know. So there are people who are doing stuff out of interest. Then there are also people who genuinely want to start a business and sustain it. So the other time I cited a man who said he was a banker, right? And then decided to try farming. Then later on, that is somebody who had a plan. When the farming picked,
the point is
he resigned from the bank.
The point is that even if it's a side hustle, you should have a plan for it.
Yeah.
You should plan exactly where you want to take this to.
Yeah.
How do you get to the next level of what you're doing? Are you not just doing the Nkati cake without a plan that I have to get to a level that I can package it well, the shelf life can take more than a month before it deteriorates? So these are things you need to be thinking about. How do I make it? Because I'm not thinking just Greater Accra. Now, if I've covered all the cities and then the constituencies in the Greater Accra, what next?
What next?
So you should have a plan to follow with it.
Yeah.
And it keeps you disciplined.
Yeah.
So side hustle, others will say, oh, it must have, somebody is a teacher, he has some salon somewhere, he has some provision stuff somewhere, he has this somewhere.
Fashion designer, she's the nurse.
I know a nurse who is a fashion designer.
Yeah, so when she's not on duty, she's here working, designing,
sewing things for people, collecting
money.
I saw yesterday, the Uber that brought me to work was a lady.
Yeah.
When I saw the name, I said,
No, we saw it.
And when the person came, I said, hey, madam.
Yeah.
Now, if you have the rings, we are sharing with him. So many people are doing side jobs, the Uber, taxi driving, online trading, small retail businesses, freelancing. I mean, this
people
shows
write just for the interest. Then they monetize it. So interest is there. others want to multiply their income, others also want to shift, they want to change career. But to punsa into say moja beba. So they start kakra or side hustle. We never so no now I switch kra. Yeah, so it depends. But for most of the Ghanaian youth, just a few is out of interest.
Yeah.
A lot of people for survival. A lot of people try to keep body and soul together, right?
It is not
because Accra no in Accra. Young people are Accra no boys are Maranatha for ya a MDM for baby boy or more worry.
Adding.
Bright price noir. Okay, list noir. Say Radian Bemoir. So you try to start something small just so that you can be raising to put your head together and then find a wife. So out of the hardship of the time, people are going beyond, and it's good.
Something I realized. Mm-hmm. Growing up, I have these people who my cousins who are out of the country and they have another kid brother. And Freddie, then they will send him one day, we'll be sorting them on phone. Like they send you some £100, then he'll be insulting them on phone. They did small money, and I say, hey, that's and that forms out.
And that forms out.
And the day they took it out there, and them say, "Bear 2 months, don't mean PV them." I walk.
Yeah, Kofi Kinata has a song.
Then you know, say, so we know the born a bre. Now onam friends say Kosovo areas. Na our do. Na ore obega. Na wusi few mu no ye abo. No bo seniate. And that for Musa. It's yeah, it's hard to acquire Sakra. Nya kakra bi mo bi afo so otiano. Yeah. She doesn't know. It is not as easy.
It's not as easy.
It's been the workings of the Lord that has kept us this far.
Yeah.
So please, that's slight hustle. Let me get to hear you.
Yeah.
On 053-715. Did you hear the former president?
Mm-hmm.
You heard him?
I heard him. I heard him. I mean, I love President Kufuor.
Yeah.
It's because when I was growing up, he was the president.
Oh.
Yeah. When I was a young boy and growing up, he was the president. And I used to tell my dad that this man looks like a president. All my interest is born out of my dad. He loves the news. He loves current affairs. He loves politics. So everything, I'll be watching the news with it. And it was President Kufuor. So when I was growing up,
President
Kufuor, so I have that, level of affection. He's been talking, and I love to listen to people who have occupied such positions and have taken the backstage observing. We need the private sector to thrive. That is it.
Because the issues he raised,
very solid issues.
What he delivered about the economic trajectory, warning that the years of state dominance in the industry is pushing entrepreneurs and is weakening the foundation of our private sector growth.
That is it.
Our own systems, our own doing, our own planning and policies is driving entrepreneurs. It's rather killing them. So you can't get the industry to grow. From what he said, that's the angle I picked. So it means that all these years we have been our own enemies as a country. Because if the years of the state dominance, state cannot do business.
States cannot do business.
I've always come to this point that look, why don't we rather guarantee for the private sectors so they can strive? Why can't we do that? Instead of guaranteeing for them, yatena wa be hwe hanya, yebetena wo sa na niama agensam. Ano ka say yen na yaye ye ho munsam. Yen Ghana Ford ayi aban. Omo nkuse tumi no, ye di tumi na hye won sa no. Omo kan wona ere yebre. Ode ono ne tania mfatom. And for me, when people begin to put themselves, because if you look at the critique he gave, he argued that when the state becomes too dominant in business and industry, it reduces the space for innovation. That was what the former president is saying. Because when the state captures everything, it reduces space for innovation, it limits competition, and slows down the economic expansion driven by local enterprise. So he believes that Ghana must refocus on empowering the private sector. I keep saying that, look, we can raise our own billionaires as a nation. We do it intentional. That is why when I see people hitting against a Ghanaian-owned company trying to strive, bidding and getting certain, yes, some largesse on certain consignments near City, sometimes I sit back and ask myself, do we really know what we are doing? We need to empower our company. Me, I will say it time and time again. That collapse of the bank was unnecessary. Or me, I'll say it is not necessary. The just cannot year clean up. No? If we have invested that money, those banks will be there, people will still be working.
People will be working, yeah.
The only thing is to go in there with the money and rather streamline. You are in there working with them and streamline the sector. But to collapse it off and use money to clean, and the money you used to clean was more than the money that was sink.
Yeah.
I mean, what have you achieved?
Yeah.
So it is very, very prudent for us to wake up as a nation. And I love the former president and what he said. You know, when we're starting this morning, the talking point now is, did the state control limit entrepreneurship? That's the question I'm asking. Because if you look at what he said, it means that the state control is limiting entrepreneurship.
It does. State control does, of course. And
because it's not making us to be innovative.
Yes.
It's not, there's no competition.
Yes, and if the state is dominant, you see, if the state is dominant, they will not want to create that competitive environment for private sector to strive. To strive. You know, they can even impose higher taxes on businesses. You know, so
because but look at it. Who producing the viewer as a Ghanaian? It's more expensive compared to the one you import.
You import, yeah.
Why? Why should it be so?
Yeah.
You are manufacturing something here, the same thing, even much more quality, is so expensive. So what is that same product called China? Price no form.
Well, so, but even for that one, there are other factors involved. So there is what you call the factors of production, the cost of those factors. So the cost of labor. You know, labor will certainly be cheaper in China than in Ghana, right? Because of our population, one, the availability of all those things. So that is one. The population is just one factor. It's also about the skills of that labor. The more skilled labor you have, the more expensive the labor force. That is it. So the labor is one, because in Philippines, so when you get the labor will be a little bit cheaper. It's the reason all these foreign companies are taking advantage of our youth, because, you know, work no day, and we have, so labor, land, cost of capital, and all other things. So the factors of production will determine whether the item that is produced in the economists will call something a comparative advantage. So what is the cost of producing that in Ghana vis-a-vis the cost of producing it in China, considering all those factors? And that is why, like I always say, that the most difficult job for government is how to balance import and manufacturing, local manufacturing. Because if you are not careful, you'll be killing one of the sectors. Either you are killing the importers.
The point is that we have killed
local. Yeah.
I mean, produce. We've killed it.
Yeah.
And we say we want to.
Yeah.
Now look at what the cocoa sector said. The WAPCO in Secondita Kradi. We have the capacity to process our cocoa.
Yeah.
Why are we not helping those companies?
Why are we not? It's a very legitimate question.
Why are we not helping those companies?
Yeah. Why are we not? And you see, the other thing is that even though we are encouraging local production,
we are not helping them.
We are not helping them. And apart from that, we can't produce everything. Because if you want to produce, there are things that it will be better for you to import
than to
produce.
There are things you can easily do them here.
Yeah. So for those ones that we can do, that we have the advantage over other countries. Because you can't tell me that UK or Norway, where are the chocolates coming from? What advantage do they have in producing chocolates than Ghana? I still do not. Maybe there is something I don't know. Callers can help me. I'm a layperson in this respect. But I'm trying. If we have the raw material,
the funny thing is,
maybe it is the machines you don't have.
Your raw material will be picked from here
and then sent there.
Bring it back for you to buy.
To buy. So why are we, if we have the major raw material needed, or the resource needed to produce chocolate, which is our cocoa, why are we not thinking of bringing in those equipment needed to produce?
We have cocoa processing company. I just mentioned one in Takoradi.
And they said they have the capacity. The last time, I remember the agric minister visiting one of the firms, and they mentioned that they had the capacity.
They have the capacity.
Right.
So why do we not giving them the needed support? So that we even create
and that is why I said
employment.
It's not easy. Once you think of doing that, the one who imports chocolate in this country will now start mounting pressure on you. Because if you want your locally manufactured chocolate to be bought, right, you have to import taxes on the importer. Then he will not. That's why I said for me, in my view, the most difficult job for government is finding a balance between import and manufacturing.
The right balance,
balancing the importers
and also private enterprise.
Yeah,
you know that state controls. So if government has not been able to position itself well to be able to balance that power.
But I've been wondering, when I listened to President Kufuor, I was wondering.
Yesterday throughout the night, I was trying to come to terms with the things he's saying. So it means that we are our own enemies. Now, from another angle, it means that we are, because some few people are benefiting from what is happening. There are people benefiting from the system.
Yeah,
trust me.
Oh yes.
So they wouldn't want to see a change. They wouldn't want to see a change in the system.
And the few people who are benefiting, they will not want to see.
They will fight it.
They will fight it. They will fight it. And that's why I'm saying that the importer, once you start, you decide that I will be producing chocolate here, and I'll make sure that my chocolate is cheaper for the Ghanaian to produce. You will now be thinking of imposing import duties on the chocolate that will be coming from Norway or from Belgium or wherever. Then the importer will now start fighting you because his chocolate will now be more expensive. People will not be buying, so he will be losing market.
What happened?
So he will be fighting.
You see, I know the golden tree chocolates growing up. I know the pebbles growing up. Okay. The finest authentic chocolate.
Yeah.
The finest in the world. Ghanaian chocolates. What has happened to us?
You say ento.
The point is that your money boy the other chocolate bar is just 40 cities, 45 cities. Didn't see that at all. So Mr.
I've been wondering. Yes.
The former President Kufuor believed that we must refocus on empowering the private sector.
Rightly so, because
to drive job creation, investment, and as well as sustainable economic development.
Yeah.
If we want to change the narratives,
absolutely,
these are the things we have to start looking at.
Absolutely.
Our viewers out there, it's
difficult.
It's difficult
to sustain a state-dominant economy. Look, it's very expensive,
and that is what we're doing. That is why the system is so tight.
Yeah.
If government is not spending, no money is moving.
Yeah.
So everybody is waiting for government to spend.
Everybody is waiting for government.
Which shouldn't be the reason. There should be a way out where the private sector spends. It makes the economy.
But I've been wondering, which sector of the economy will you say the state is dominant in right now?
Now, look at the energy.
Okay.
Energy.
But now they've given opportunity for independent producers.
The government is holding it.
Are you sure? Is it not because private individuals do not have the capacity to invest in that sector? I think those who have the capacity are going in.
Would they?
Or government is not willing to. Yes, I know that in terms of the power distribution to the final consumer, government is still holding that one tight.
It's not willing to.
When we tried it, PDS, what's the name? PDS or something. We know that, but there's an ongoing conversation about trying to cede part of ECG to private ownership and all of that. So yes, private the power sector is one. Even for that, I know that at the production stage and the production stage, power production, we've given private individuals the opportunity because we have the independent private what's the name, power producer, the PPIs. So they are there, right? The distribution side, I know ECG is still holding tight to it. So that is one. You are right with the power sector, the energy sector, probably water. So water. So we are still, but water too. We have for drinking water. We have, but then Ghana Water Company is still tight with that. Health. I think we have given opportunity for private individuals to get into health.
We're holding it.
But we have a lot of the Nyahos, all those guys are there. Incomes.
We have not liberalized the system. Our system is not liberalized.
How difficult is it for for a private individual to go into the health economy?
But the point is this: like recently we are seeing the assay on the gold. If every government at a point, looking at the resources we have, decided to build refineries based on the resources. If we have a plan as a nation, that we have a bauxite, so we need to have a bauxite refinery where we can do partnership with the private sector to have that we can have the gold refineries based on which sectors we want to have the gold refinery, depending on where the golds are coming from. Then you look at the processing sectors. Then every government that comes 80 every year, beyond the CBB back. Like this country will change. What is happening to our cotton industry? What is happening to our rubber industry? From time immemorial, Ambrofono Baya, Yedi Nian say Yasasa, Yedi Kuhu, Yanya Adrin say, Wabachaki. We've not made up our mind that we want to do things for ourselves.
Gorgeous Beck.
And when we come, we're going to change the Gorgeous Beck economy. No me water. And no money away. So if each government in power decide that okay, cocoa, na my business be too cocoa. Send ye the corner, san ye the okay. Start. So we don't have the mindset of let's retract and refocus and repackage. We can say all the nice things, but when it comes to implementation and enforcement,
taking actions, are we willing to?
It's just on the books.
Are we willing to?
Because I keep saying that we could have half unemployment if properly we have looked at the 1D1F well.
Yeah.
If we've implemented it well.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, a year there is a better
planting for food and jobs and all of that.
But we don't really do things. I say we are thinking about the next election. It's what matters. We don't do them. We don't do them. And that is where we are stagnant as a nation. It's becoming very difficult.
This morning, I've just been thinking, the Ministry of Education opened the portal for
you want 7,000
and look at 40,000 applied. So I've been thinking, like, how does it even feel now to be a Ghanaian? I don't think work to do. So why is it the case that, look, for anybody to be hungry, it should rather be that the person is lazy.
Yeah.
That is why you are hungry.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be that a well-built man has the capacity to work, but there's no work to do.
It may be any of it.
How did we get to that point where our young men are without jobs? Like a human niho. How how did we get there? How?
Where were we?
Where were we? Oh, but we were at a place where people.
So
before you finish university,
this is what we need to look at. Where were we, and what has brought us to this level? So we need to now begin to sit and assess. Hina na ye wo. Time ye wo hano. Hina na rightly was helping us to sustain the job industry. I have had the privilege to test the National Tobacco Company, to work there as a student, intern, GTP, ATL.
Are those
Valco? No, you see, Valco. You got opportunity to, because the buses will come, they want this number of people. So every term, no, school be makwaino. When you say unkotinefi, got something to do. The GNT, whatever. I mean, we have the GNTC stores, we have the Keysway. So all these things has now crashed. Okay. So you ask yourself, where were we? What were we doing right then? And what are we not doing right now? Is what we need to be looking at as a nation.
But what were you? So when the L's were in school, what were they doing? What was government doing right then?
Right then, because the point is that over Makwino, companies
no crap
the list about say be a here nipa do say. It is school na na be. It won't him say, oh, ye Makwaya after 2 days no. Continue amount card. It is bus na buy. See the joy of even joining
the bus
to take you to the place. Crampo is enough.
Then I feel there.
I don't know why you Uzozo. You the Gary no go have been near this for share one and send the into the and with team. Not to do more. Fine. So you ask yourself,
what changed?
I didn't cry at 2 and say, as a nation. Those times we go school now, the school bus, Ghana Publishing Company, and you have no copy books at all.
The books are bad.
Yeah, the books are bad. No, yeah, the books no, but every class, somewhere 30 year, and each person is supposed to get 10 textbooks, a 10 textbook with exercise book with extra for your homeworks. So what happened to us? How did we mix this?
How did we?
It's something that's on. I sit back to ask myself questions. What didn't we do right? Because we were on the trajectory. Because when I listened to Kufuor yesterday, my heart bleeds because something is not right. Something is not right. Something is gonna miss. And we are not trying to find it. We are thinking about the next election. Therefore, that's a politician style. Oh, no, you are not doing the next election. You know, we need power or not doing next election. It's a deal by ya, be sure from Mumma, Twaman, and Nobay. But near there, we have more piano and fun. So, this is where the problem is. I think we need to. Yeah, the whole nation says start the bomb because look, I saw state hotels. Bro, I saw state hotels. Very beautiful, young boy, small boy. Now, often maybe a cooks in the ship's Black Star Line. No ship, but no room. You have a Falco, small boy, 4 years to year now. Then all of a sudden you are growing and all these things are fizzling off. So you ask yourself, how would have been if we were in this way? You say, you can't get it. Those time people go to school, the answer was school, or books, or textbooks, or exercise books. Time no so was a publishing bus, no. Track number, ye class by class. Obi yang benyane de. The answer when you brown paper, with their cover much to cover it. So a dear number. So for me, I agree with Kufo. We need to refocus. We need to reset. We need to, the dominance by government, or say, you liberalize the system to get people support to turn this country around. Other than that, look, we'll be running in circles, Abedad. You'll be running in circles to say, Waba Joneka Christ Baba. Obenad, you best say, and then Yamiaba. No crepana, a woman, no crep, any ekano. Well, so whilst waiting for your text messages, wait me sending a text message. Whether you agree with the former president, John Jacob Kufuor, that we need to refocus as a nation. We need to reset as a nation. I love his word he used. I love those words. I mean, he believed that we must refocus on empowering the private sector to drive job creation. Because government employ only 6%.
Yeah.
Only 6%.
Yeah. Even if so, I'm looking at this because you see, I know, say 40,000 of you 7,000. It means that the state may build these schools, but the state alone. You know why everybody is trying to go to the way because that's a buying no nisikani way kakra at least moderate.
No, it's because it's consistent.
Consistent.
But you see, when you support the private sector, when they become consistent. All this they can absorb a lot. When they absorb a lot, it's a taxes. So you provide service.
Yes.
And then you give them guarantees, and then you make your money out of the guarantees.
The private
so we
sector,
are not thinking.
The private sector, the private schools, so they don't have the SS4 now. Most private schools that I know, SS4 or MOFA, they don't have the financial capacity to recruit. So support.
When you support, they can recruit more and pay well.
And
then you can take your taxes.
Pay well so that the pressure will not be on you. Government, no fair. So look, create the atmosphere. The private schools, they should thrive. They should be doing well so that they can also employ the teachers. Because if you have 40,000 teachers sitting at home and they are all waiting for government, Haruna is saying that we have clearance for just 7,000.
It's sad. And we say we want to better education. And now equitably we need to distribute this to very well.
And so we have government schools, African Education Watch, that they gave a number of schools that are without, a number of classrooms that are without teachers, right? A number of classrooms that are without teachers. Can we not create a model where even if L has not built a school but has interest in that sector, can he not partner government to be working in if he will employ teachers, whatever he will do, it is a government school, but L has a stake, he has
running the management
run the management of the school.
Good people for the school, for the people.
Why do we have the classrooms that are not teachers? The teachers at home, government says I can't pay them. So what do we do? Look, there should be engagement. Call the private sector. Classrooms look down. You need teachers.
And more employees.
So what can you do? What can you do to help us?
We can meet you. We give you some.
Let's do something.
We give you some respite in terms of this ABCD.
Because your friends say free high school no buy and no IS now. They are trying to get the private schools on board
to support.
The government called the private schools and they had an agreement. And the schools, so the government schools are not enough. So absorb some of the students who give you incentive. That is how it is done. In the basic school, we have the classrooms. We don't have the teachers. Engage private sector. What can you do? Brainstorm.
How do we
civil society
to go to teach and then support them, and then we will give you AB.
I mean, because teachers are home, classrooms are vacant. Teachers are home, classrooms are vacant. Government says I can't pay them. Hospitals are there. Nurses are not there. But trained nurses are home. Government says I don't have the financial muscle to pay them. So what are we doing? Instead of you building the classrooms, you are building the classrooms, you don't have the capacity to employ more teachers. Why not support private people to build so that they will recruit the teachers? Anna, I'm not thinking straight. Maybe because I don't understand why teachers are home, classrooms are vacant, nurses are home. There are hospitals need them.
Did you see the hospital we showed the other time where the hospital I've been visiting, Shantou region, everything is fitted in there. There's no light, there's no water, and equipment are sitting in there. I mean, you don't get it.
Equipments are rusting.
Well, there's another protest. Wale Youth Lock Up Coordinating Director's office amidst protests. The office of Wale Municipal Coordinating Director remained barricaded on Tuesday after a group of agitated youth stormed the municipal assembly premises, forcing the director, Justice Bayo, to flee for safety. The youth, numbering dozens, arrived at assembly premises in the early hours of the morning, chanting slogans and demanding immediate action over what they describe as long-standing grievances. The situation quickly escalated, creating panic amongst staff and visitors. Sources within the assembly indicated the assembly coordinating director, upon receiving intelligence of an impending protest, left the building before the group arrived. Upon arrival, the youth allegedly forced their way into the part of the office and proceeded to lock up the director's office, disrupting official activities. Addressing the media, the protesting youth accused the director of absenteeism and incompetence in the discharge of his duty.
The youth accused the director, the municipal director, of absenteeism and what?
And then Wabong. Incompetence. He said, we no longer need him. We are appealing to government to replace him as we are deeply dissatisfied. One protester said, this serves as a warning to the DCE. We are here peacefully today, but we will return if he is not replaced.
Hey, so they want the DC or the director? Who do they want out?
The DC and the coordinating director. Hey, Ghana. What are the unemployment to me?
Because no obisa sasio.
That's what we proposition.
Politics for you.
053-715-8638. Air numbers now. So between meanwhile, the National Association of Graduate Teachers has thrown its weight behind disgruntled unpaid teachers, warning government failure to settle salary arrears is pushing education sector towards a total breakdown. And also another one, and also a bit and then pay. And to again, so 053-715-8638.
The missions, right? The churches, are they still building schools?
And I said, if we do abide the schools,
because if the Wesley mission, the Presbyterian mission, the Anglican mission, they're able to build the Brig Girls, the Pojones, their discos and stuff.
The discos, the Augustine.
Do they not have the capacity to do it again?
I don't need free almost. That's the first question you need to ask. But when we have the mission school up, that they were disciplined. I discipline.
I remember I had the
discipline.
I had a teacher in class 6, Miss Denshua Gifty. She taught me mathematics and RME, Dansoman community. And she said something. He said, you know why I am strict and disciplined? Because I am a Presbyterian and I schooled in a Presbyterian school. That was the first time Presbyterian discipline got to my mind.
They will get the mission school.
Okay.
Discipline. Look at the breakdown of indiscipline in our society. Look at the youth now.
So will government consider?
You see, those times, I can't sit in a bus when an elderly will get on board.
And then you'll be sitting.
And then I'll be sitting. I need to wait for the elderly to sit. But you see, although we're competing, they don't see that.
So will government be willing to?
I think government will have to take a second look at that thing and release
if they build, look, all the good schools, all the big schools in Ghana
were built by the mission.
They are mission schools. They are all mission schools. So it means that our churches, they have the capacity to build school. Glory Hill. It's a mission school.
Mission school, right?
Doing great. Yeah. I don't think there is any Abayin school in this district that is doing better than Glory Hill. So will government consider giving the churches that, to
and support them.
And support them.
And let them do it.
And support
but
them.
The Energy Minister John Jinapor is expected to announce a temporary suspension of some margins on petroleum today.
Yeah.
And what could bring relief to consumers over the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks. 1 month.
And margins ben I should say be ye official.
Oh, Matisa omu 1 CD official.
1 CD na 1 CD 11 na number some.
Some CSOs are calling for 1 CD 65 pesos or so, but it means to say yes, I buy home betting.
And no by announce it. Announce it.
Fast.
So let's take a quick snap of the various newspapers quickly, and then we can go for we go to Dodowa today because the primary health care will be launched today by the president at Dodowa.
Okay.
We'll be joining our correspondent there, Alfred Duncan, Jude Duncan, to speak with us. Let me do the Herald. Attorney General entrapped in $905 million judgment dealt by ex-clients. Odike slams foreign dominance of Ghana's mining industry. Iyoko raids to Kumasi premises, picks up Chinese, searches for Kofi Juma's house. 1 cedi of 1 liter of fuel today. Samia Wuku officially queries Maritime Authority over MV Sankofa drug ship. Story on the Herald newspaper.
Well, it looks like that query had been withdrawn by the Honorable Samuel Wuku. Yes, I saw a letter like that. Unpaid teachers, the Daily Statesman. Unpaid teachers threaten protest today, BNU. Government undermining local farmers with imports. Minority, Frank Anodompre is there. Government is undermining local farmers with imports. IERP Express Finance Ministry on Publican AI deal. And President Kufuor is here. We need partnership to drive development. Kufuor urges leaders to rise above partisan politics. FIDA petitions Chief Justice over RNAQ divorce ruling. RNAQ is Richard Ni Amakwe. Now we say for Chief Justice but honestly, I still maintain that the 300,000 is
shall I why the properties? The money
properties.
Anyway.
And so but we say for Chief Justice, Monko appeal. Now we the Chief Justice found home. Yeah, so these are stories on the front page of the Daily Statesman.
Now let's do the Daily Graphic. The Daily Graphic say at IMF World Bank spring meeting, world applauds Ghana's economic turnaround.
ATO is forcing.
Government pushes for dedicated TVET fund reforms. World meets in Ghana to honor Asante Hene as a pillar of peace. Daily Graphic.
Okay, from the Daily Graphic, let me do the Inquisitor. What are they saying? Economic recovery. World Bank hails Ghana. Yeah, comes with a picture of Ato Forcing. I can see Johnson Nesiama behind him and other officials. They are collecting cash from illegal miners. Amenfi East NDC chairman accuses MC and police commander. Amenfi again. Ghana pushes leadership in global digital standards. Over 5.3 million malaria cases recorded in Ghana in 2025.
It's alarming.
5.3 million.
Alarming.
Hey. So these are stories on the front page of the Inquisitor.
Now let's do the Daily Guide. The Daily Guide is a Cape 3 Points declared marine protected area with a picture of the VIP, Professor Nana Jinapor. State control weakens private sector. Kufuor. FIDA petitions CJ over, that story is there. Baby Berry case, Pastor 2 others remanded. 6 cage over 14.3 million at the Dabraka gold robbery. Story, Daily Guide.
The Daily Analyst, Mahama launches free primary health care policy today. 350 health posts planned across 150 districts. Defense pact with EU. Ghana rules out foreign military bases. I think we should be thinking about this thing again because we know what has happened to the Gulf states. just by virtue of the fact that they hosted U.S. military bases. It is something a conversation we need to really have. Nungua Palace hosts global diaspora delegation in strategic partnership talks. Good one. Unpaid teachers threaten massive protest on Wednesday, April 15.
That is today.
Ghana's economic progress needs public-private partnership, according to the former president John Agyekum Kufuor. Afenyo Makin fumes as circuit court judge over unjustified remand order. Yes, so these are the stories on the front page of the Daily Analyst.
Now let's do the Chronicle. The Chronicle said Baba Amando remanded for allegedly altering Mahama and others' photo. IGP Ohono promotes 10 plucky cops who foiled armed robbery attack in Tema. NPP USA members reject revised election guidelines.
Okay.
And he has the scripture, Jeremiah 31:16. Thou sayest the Lord, restrain your voice from weeping and your eyes from tears, for your work will be rewarded. And that goes for the police couples who fall that
great one there. So I have the Metro Lens here. Education Minister endorses interregional national health insurance. Is it national health insurance? Am I reading right? NHIS quiz,
yeah.
For JHS. Anyway, government killing local farmers with imports, according to Anodompre. NIA PCR 4UHC. Hey. Market Deba registers 10,371 in Volta region. Samia Uku files RTR request seeking answers on MV Sankofa controversy. And Gold Board donates 86,454 Ghana cedi to fund life-saving surgeries for 10-year-old with brain tumor. Stories captured by the Metro Lens.
Now let's see how the New Crusading Guide also has a banner headlines this morning. S. Gracia, payment blue. Church probes Atuk Forsen. Stories on page 3, 9, and 10. PMF, a lead gate foundation, praised Pilgrims Affairs Office over improved Hajj management. Stories on page 10. Chairman Su Youth go bonkers, block highways, bend ties over Galamsey killing. Private developer takes over public school land. DCE planning boss is also there. IDU leadership pays courtesy call on Nungwa Manche. Then he has the feeder condemns judge, blah, blah, blah. And also the Samia Uku story is also there on the New Crusading Guide.
So I have the informer. Police gunned down 2 armed robbers after attack on Momo vendor in Tema. 20% tax on rent allowance. We are not responsible. JWO. Interior Ministry clarifies. Varsity Dawn challenges A+ to prove land grabbing allegation by Mahama appointees. Edu Watch, that is African Education Watch, urges fair teacher deployment. I can tell you that anyway. Because 7 to 80.
Not of 40,000.
Anyway.
It's still nothing they be applied.
Stalled KJTR Phase 2 project. Traders give a buy 1 month ultimatum. GRA boss halted payments to SML over controversial contracts. These are the stories on the front page of the Informer.
Now let's do the Overseer newspaper this morning. The Overseer said Pastor 2 added that story. I've been remanded. Free primary health care, 350 health posts be built in 150 districts at Kandor. Then Aziz Dolak declares intent to contest the NDC Upper Regional Communication Officer position. Scandal, hunting, gone wrong, Scandal hunting gone wrong. Samuel Ewuku withdraws RTI request to Ghana Maritime Authority. Ghana seeks stronger World Bank support as Finance Minister meets Anna Berger at a spring meeting. Then the big story is a 49-year-old Benin Finance Minister wins presidency with 94% landslide. Story, Overseer.
The new publisher. 30,000 classrooms without teachers. Government denies presence of foreign military troops. Comes to the picture of the Foreign Affairs Minister, Blakwa. Attempt to bury 5-month baby girl alive. Lands apostle in cells. Government killing local farmers with imports, according to Frank Anodompre. Hands off businesses. Kufuor insists state must not compete with private sector. These are the stories on the front page of the new publisher.
The Daily Searchlight has a story. Retrogressive court remand Baba Amando for 10 days. Ex gratia payment. Chiraj investigates Atu Forsen. Afenyo Markin rebukes court decision and Baba Amando case whilst praising police conduct. Stories on the Daily Searchlight.
So from the Daily Searchlight, I have the Ghanaian point. Mohammed's pro-business reforms, a catalyst for Ghanaian enterprise growth. That is according to KGL. Ghana rejoins regional WASI as 473,658 candidates prepare for 2026 exams. Teacher recruitment. We can only clear 7,000 out of the 40,000 for now, according to Minister for Education, Haruna Idrisu. State dominance has weakened private sector growth, according to Jack. And no foreign military base. That story also finds its way on the front page of the Ghanaian point.
Now, the Daily Gist has a Amando story, the Chiraj story, the Ex Gratia has a feeder petition, the Samuel Ewuku story. So I think we have to move on from there.
Then the Ghanaian publisher, what I did before was the new publisher. Import interest behind maize lies. Import interest behind maize lies, according to the minority. Richard Niamakwe case, feeder petitions Chief Justice. Gold trade powers Ghana's Asia export boom. Gold trade powers Ghana and Asia export booms. So Baumia did not lie or flip-flop, according to Dr. Provencal. And these are the stories on the front page of the Ghanaian publisher.
The Source newspaper say Carl Bank records 326.7 million Ghana City's first quarter revenue. MPP Massachusetts chapter takes on party scribe JFK. Ghana Cocoa Connect 2026 Summit opens in The Hague. Ex gratia payment is also the Chirag investigator to Forsen, and then a Richard case with feeder is also on the Source newspaper.
The custodian, over 100 teachers left Gushegu over housing shortage, according to the MP. Government makes local farmers poor with imports, according to Frank Anodompre. NDC government in cover-up arrest to divert attention from LGBTQ plus pressure, oral and 24-hour economy failures. The MPP is jabbing. Jasikan Diocese gets new bishop with calls for unity. And CSOs propose 1.65 Ghana cedi fuel tax cut. 1.65. Some are also saying that it will put pressure on the government. Let's see what happens later in the day.
Now we do the Business and Financial Time. Trade surplus surges to 47.2 billion in Q4 2025. IES warns against removal of bust margin. World Bank backs government as reform gain traction. UBA appoint Juliana Essari as the Chief Finance Officer. Let me see. I think those are the stories on the Business and Financial Time.
The new center, MTN open to partnerships to build data centers in Ghana, according to Mupita. Anyway, it's a noun. Strike against Publican AI not called off, according to the forum. Coalition of think tanks propose 1.65 Ghana cedi fuel tax cut. Gold trade fuels Ghana's export surge to Asia. It means that we are trading more with the Asians with our gold. We are shipping gold there. And the big story here, risky health trade-off. Government abandons Agenda 111 for 350 health posts. Comes with a picture of Kwabena Minta, Kando, Minister for Health, and the President.
So that's a wrap for this morning's news paper reviews. We look at all the stories that is making headline. You can share your thoughts with us. Your comment via SMS or WhatsApp on 0537158638 is the number. 0537158638 is the numbers. We're going for a break. When we return, we'll be crossing over to Dodowa to be speaking to our correspondent, that is Jude Duncan. So stay with us.